people's hands would come in and like grab a piece of chicken, do whatever. They would cut some off, do whatever, and then towards someone would grab the drumstick off, etc. And they would it would gradually get less and less chicken on this thing. And in the background, you can actually go to YouTube and find this commercial. By the way, I'll see if I can find a link to it. But you can find it, and it's just this really annoying, high-pitched singing that's supposed to sound sort of like chickens. If you could imagine chickens singing a song, and they're going pick, pick, pick. I won't sing the whole song for you. And it's all about off this thing throughout the entire thing, and it speeds up. And at the very end, you have like this empty chicken carcass, right? You just have the bones that are there. Everyone's picked off of it, and the whole time, it's all different types of people. It's like a guy in his suit, a woman with her professional outfit, someone in their workout, a kid reaching up for it, all that kind of stuff. Just constantly open the refrigerator door with different types of refrigerator doors, probably like avocado colored and tan colored and all that mustard color, all the fun colors of the 80s. And in the end, it's kind of to the crescendo, and you have this chicken carcass, and the person like kind of tilts it up and finds one last piece of chicken at the bottom and pulls it off triumphantly, right? And so what does this have to do with what we're talking about? I don't know, but it's a great commercial. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is I always encourage everyone to look at every opportunity as in that way, right? If you get a listing, your job isn't just to sell the listing, right? There's so much more you should get from every listing, right? You have an opportunity to break into that community and get market share. You have an opportunity to build relationships with the neighbors. You have an opportunity to build a great relationship with the seller themselves and their family, the people across the street and on either side of them, and all of those other things. You have an opportunity to build relationships with local business owners in that community. You have an opportunity to attract so many buyers, and all that, I could go on and on and on about all the different things that you can do from every single listing that you get, every relationship that you get. And it's going into everything that you go into, and it's like, man, don't waste your energy. Instead of trying to do 50 things halfway, do 5 things all the way, right? And it's as you go into things. And so for this type of an event, right, don't go in halfway and get a few things out of it. Get everything out of it. If you're going to take your time to be here, get the most out of it. And I'm blown away, and just kind of surprised as we go into this. Now, I know some people are new to the company, so they're still figuring some things out. But this whole thing, the EXP world, we didn't just create it for this event. It may surprise some of you, but it's been around for a while. So, there are so many people where wanted to come in and go to Shareholder Summit, and they're asking for directions on how to get into EXP world and how to navigate around the world and how the controls work and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going, I know you're not new to the company. It means you never come in here. And that is, you're missing out on opportunity. Right? We do agent leadership meetings every Friday. And, so Friday mornings, we do the same stuff that we're doing here, where you get to hear from agents who come up on stage and who mastermind and who share best practices. There's conversations that happens afterward with a panel of our top producing agents every Friday. Right? And we do other masterminds and stuff throughout the week. There's things that the icons do and that other groups do to mastermind and share. This is going all week long, every day, and it has been. Workplace is an incredible tool. I still have people who send me messages on Facebook Messenger because we're friends on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, can you send this to me Facebook's a great tool. I have fun on Facebook. To me, it's connecting with my family and goofy pictures of my kids and my dogs and that kind of stuff, and keeping up with long lost friends, but also it's a great for marketing and kind of spreading the word about our company. But when I'm talking about collaboration, Workplace is the work version of Facebook. And so, if you send me messages in Facebook, if you want to send me private messages and, stuff about things going on, that's great. But if you want to start talking business with me, I'm always going to say, hey, can you start this conversation up in Workplace? Because in Workplace, I can attach all of the different work items. I can forward your message on to someone else in the company who can help you. I can bring them into the conversation. I can connect you to a certain post in a certain group and all of those kinds of things, because all of those tools are in there. And it is an amazing collaboration tool. So utilizing eXp World, utilizing this Virbela platform for, so many top agents are now starting to use those team rooms. Whether they're revenue share groups or top agents or, aspiring top agents, utilizing those team rooms now, because it is an incredible tool for collaboration. And it gets you into the world, it gets you connected into the other things, and everyone that you need is a click away. Go to, bam, I'm there. And you have all the resources at your fingertips. So that's an amazing tool. And then Workplace, utilizing Workplace, you can use those groups. I have so many chats going with all different groups, but you can create your own group in Workplace. You can take a group of people. If you meet people here, or you have a niche market that you work with, and this is how we're going to build these masterminds, right? You can create those groups, the different mastermind groups that we're going to be creating. Some by production level, right? You want to be learning from other people that are kind of struggling with the same things that you're struggling with, facilitated by someone who's out a little further down the road, who can help direct you and say, hey guys, I've been where you are. Here's where the potholes are. I'm going to guide you to where you want to go. But you guys are going to do, peer-to-peer learning to mastermind and drive through this together and lean on each other. Those groups created in Workplace. We can have a room for you to meet in eXp World. So you can come in and meet with those groups, and the frequency is going to be, somewhat up to you, right? I mean, we can have scheduled, structured things, but you guys can on your own say, hey, let's all get together. We're all over the country, maybe all over the world, but let's have it like there's this stuff going on. If you work with commercial real estate and there's some changes going on out there, and it's like, hey, this is really affecting the way people do commercial real estate, we all need to get together and learn from each other. Let's call a meeting, right? Come in eXp World and do it. But you can also have in Workplace a group where you can store documents, and someone shares a really great idea, and you go, great, can you share that document with us? Well, instead of going, all right, well, everyone send me your email, and I'll email it out to you. Then the person, has to go through all the work of gathering all the emails, sending it out to everyone. And then after they've got all that done, one straggler will go, oh, hey, I forgot to ask you, can I have that too? And they're like, okay, sure. Right. That's kind of a pain. Well, here you go. Load the document up inside that group. Everyone who's in that group can go access that document whenever they want. They can refer back to it. They won't lose it or whatever. It's always there. That stuff is there. That they can put posts in there. As soon as, everyone should be bird dogging. It's that canary in a coal mine. When you know of something going on, you hear of something going on, you go, hey, I tried this marketing thing and it's awesome. I downloaded this new tool and it's amazing. I'm using this app. I figured this out. I tried this. I have this new approach and it's really working for me. Help your friends out, right? Jump into this group in Workplace and post it and say, hey, here's what I used. Here's what I did. Here's a link to it. Here's the document. Here's the instructions. Here are the questions I asked, whatever it is. And also utilize it for questions. Hey, I'm getting ready to go list a whatever. Has anyone done this before? Does anyone have this? What do you guys use for this? Who do you use for this? All that stuff is all in there, and you can build it, and everyone contributes, and everyone benefits from it. So that whole opportunity, as we build out these masterminds, it is going to be utilizing these tools, utilizing eXp World to gather, utilizing Workplace to continually communicate throughout the year. It is not a, I'm going to masterminds, right? And we do masterminds twice a year. No, it's meant to be a relationship that is ongoing all the time, where everyone's always helping each other out and everyone's always growing and getting stronger, working from each other. And you have the ability to be in multiple masterminds, because you may be in a mastermind for people that are producing at your level, but you also may be in a niche market type mastermind, and you may be at a mastermind for some other group as well, right? So you have the opportunity to be different types of masterminds. And then the great thing is, when we do our face-to-face events, you'll get together. You have the ability to get together at those events as well, and say, oh my gosh, you're the person who's been helping me out so much. But what I encourage you to also do, make sure your profile is completely filled out, right? Make sure your profile, you have a profile here. So you can click on your name and see profile, and you can edit your profile. You can make sure your information is correct in there for your profile. And you also, in Workplace, have a profile. Have a picture in there. Do it backwards. Treat it a little bit like Facebook, right? People look at that. I get all the time when someone calls me or someone sends me a message in Workplace and says, hey, want to get together with you, want to talk to you about X, Y, and Z. I always go to their profile, and some profiles don't even tell me where they're from, right? I can go into Enterprise and figure out the information, but complete your profile. Put in their information. Put in there a couple of posts. People can get a feel for who you are. Talk about what markets you serve. All of those kinds of things, right? I just see on there, right, Donald, boom. So I do that when looking for referrals, looking through and looking for people in different markets. There you go. Well, you may have missed out on some referrals from Don because he didn't know that you were in the market he was looking to send, has a client going to. So get your profiles filled out. Utilize the tools that are there. They're created for you and provided for you for a reason, and they can structure your business. You're going to get out of your business what you put into it, and so capitalize on a couple of these things. Do them really well. Things that are there, get the most out of them.
Woo! I don't know if Dave knows we do this, but because we hang out a lot now on like our Friday sessions and stuff, we very often just sort of like toss the mic back when the other one's not knowing when the mic's coming back, right? So I love we just like end and it's like, all right, you pick it up. So
you're up.
I mean, those were great. As Gladys said, I mean, those were amazing nuggets. I mean, guys, it's part of a paradigm shift to really be the best version of a real estate business owner you can be. You're at a place, at a time where there is no better place, there is no better opportunity, there is no, place where you could build something bigger than right here. And those two tools that Dave's advocating for, I love where you started, Dave, and you're like, hey, eXp World's been running for years. We've been doing this like every week. For those of you who are coming in, and this isn't, criticizing you or being critical, but just like, you don't know where to go, how to navigate, or the basics, come in more. And after this week,
you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
We're here.
Many of you are going to know how, right? Your mics are working. That's a good step. You're in seats. That's a great step. And then now it's time to build on this. And I'm going to kind of add to what you said, Dave. So the things that you were talking about, the benefits to leveraging World, leveraging Workplace, collaborating, doing all those things, that's going to significantly benefit you and your real estate business, right? It's going to help you build the systems, the consistency, all the secret keys to having a successful business constructed on the platforms that Dave's talked about, right? I want to give you another sort of ancillary or hidden benefit. And for many of you guys in here, this is top of mind, it's at the top of your priority list, but you're not sure how these two pieces connect. So let me talk about being what I call a product of the product, right? So for those of you that are spending time in World, spending time in Workplace, realizing the benefit and the value that Dave's talking about, that many of you are talking about in the chat box, right? You're getting this benefit from the brokerage, and you're getting a great commission split, you're getting stock ownership, and you're getting revenue share, right? When you have all 5 of those put together, like benefits from the platforms, and you're getting those 3 other benefits, you now have kind of like the total package, right, to offer to a friend of yours or someone else in the industry, right? And you become attractive to other agents as a resource. What top agent attractors talk about when helping other agents join the brokerage is one of the ways that you can help an agent is to become more helpful or valuable to them than their broker or other people at their brokerage, right? And you have all those resources to become that valuable resource if you're knowledgeable and experienced and passionate about the whole package. That's when you really, I think, have the biggest and best opportunity to really help lift the whole industry, everybody in your market, all your peers, all your friends, and attracting agents and growing revenue share and getting stock equity ownership in the brokerage, guys, are opportunities that no one else has in the entire industry. And just by being this passionate user, this engaged agent in your platform, you now spread that passion, you become contagious in your market, you become somebody that somebody else wants to know and associate with and mastermind with and and kind of relate to. And so there's an entire track right in the breakouts dedicated to growth and helping you grow not only your real estate business, but grow your relationships and help attract great agents to the brokerage. That's a real opportunity. And the more you know and utilize and have experience in what EXP is all around, the full cultural picture, the full package, I think the more you're positioned to actually help people, the more attractive it is, the more people you're bringing in as guests. Like if you're going to bring in a guest, it would stand to reason that you could show them around, right? And you could navigate, and you knew what classes were available, and you knew which classes made sense for a new agent and experienced agent, and you attended the Friday leadership meetings, and you know what your leadership is talking about, and you understand the full vision and the picture. That's where this thing really gets compelling to other people, right? Because the value propositions at EXP are many. And just like for your buyers and sellers, there are different value propositions that, connect with them or resonate with them differently. And you might not know yet which one's going to resonate with that agent that you're helping join the brokerage or that you're attracting. But here's what I can almost guarantee you. A lot of people that are experienced in the business, they see the benefit to stock and revenue share because they've never been compensated that way. And they see that opportunity and they're like, oh man, I can go to EXP, I can sell lots of real estate, I can get stock and revenue share in addition to what I'm doing. Sounds great. But there are a whole another group of people, a big part of the bell curve that don't understand that, don't see the value or the benefit to that yet, because they're not looking for those things per se. They're not looking for another way to get compensated. They're looking for the best platform to build their business, right? And not to say those other forms aren't, but when you understand the platform and everything that's possible and you utilize it, then you get to really help those people come in and get connected, get successful. They're going to model your behavior. They're going to model your passion and your energies when you help them join the brokerage and you're their connection to it. So the more you're connected to, man, I go to every Friday leadership meeting. I don't miss what Stacey Onan and Dave Knorr talk about. I know everything going on with the technology and EXP world and workplace. I get referrals all the time. When they see and hear that, man, it's on. They come in, they build a great business, and you guys are business partners for life, and everybody's rolling. So just an extra benefit, Dave, to kind of what you were talking about. And there's so many pieces that as we all start to put them together, that really propel us forward as a brokerage, lift us up as agents and as the industry. And I just think the 250 of you in the room right now are probably already going down that path, right? So appreciate it. Keep pushing. If you're brand new, just getting here, you're a guest, you're just checking this out, guys, you have stumbled across something pretty amazing. So soak it up and plug in, do everything you can. Dave, we were rushing yesterday to get people broken into tracks and all that stuff. Jay Kinder had to pull him off the stage because he could have talked another 30 minutes. His stuff was so awesome. But I think, I'll toss it to you for some kind of closing thoughts. And then I've got a little bit of direction and logistics that I'll point people around just in case anybody's getting here for the first time today. And then here in about 15 minutes, all the rest of the tracks kick off.
Awesome. Thanks, Curtis. Yeah, and I love that you went there because the concept of helping others, two really impactful panels that I had a chance to be a part of, to listen, was that panel with some of our top agents, right? And we had 6 people on stage representing over 761 million in volume, over 2,350 units in 2019 alone, right? So massive production from these folks, highly successful. And when I asked them why they chose EXP as their platform, right? Why here? They were already producing at a high level when they came here, and it's exciting to hear from each one of them that their businesses each exploded when they came to EXP. So they were already highly successful, doing tens of millions or even hundreds of millions, and their business has gone even further. We've got a $400 million producer who's expecting to do over $500 million this year. So that's the kind of stuff that we're seeing. But when I asked, look, why here? What made you decide that this was the right platform? And almost every one of them talked. They talked about the technology and kind of our platform that we provide for them, and they talked about the opportunity for revenue share and stock and that kind of stuff. But the main focus for each of them was the fact that they wrote down things helping others helping others succeed, helping their team members succeed, lifting up others, the environment, the culture of helping each other. Those were the kind of responses that they gave, and that's what they were looking for. And I threw out a quote that I had heard that, if the first half of my life was about achieving success, let the second half of my life be about achieving significance. And that significance is in helping others rise and being of help to others, being of service to others, and helping them, become successful. And this is a platform that helps people do that. This is a platform that allows you to help others to succeed, to give back to others, and to engage and plug in and help drive that success to others. And you can invite others into our platform, right? And that's that whole concept of inviting people into EXP. And just like with any kind of, I'll call it sales, if you will, but the concept of attracting people to the company, if it's about me building my downline kind of a thing and getting revenue share, that's not the mindset. A lot of people don't do it to go, I'm not interested in that, or I don't want people to think I just want this. It's about the relationships for me. And if your mindset is about helping others succeed, we have a platform that can allow you to help others succeed. You can invite agents in here, and this is a place where you can help them succeed when they're here. And our heartbeat as a company is to help them succeed. And so they're going to be welcomed into an environment where everyone has an invested interest in their success, because we all rise together. And that is really the strength of our company, and that's the opportunity. So going out and talking to other agents, it's not about dragging them in and recruiting them. It's about offering them an opportunity to build their best life, and that this is the platform where they can do it, where you can help them, where others will help them, and they can also come in and help others. And it's a really cool, I always refer to it as our EXP family, because that's the way I feel about it. You help each other out, and everyone kind of works till the work is done. And I love that about our environment, Curtis. I think that is something that, I felt from my first day. And so kudos to all, and that comes from our people that are here. So to me, that's been a big deal.
Dave, well, thank you so much. I mean, one of the hardest working folks in the brokerage, along with all of our other leaders, man. I know you're running around. Dave is still workplace chatting at like 11 o'clock Eastern, guys. Then he's up at like 6, 7 o'clock Eastern, and then he's grabbing coffee while we're pulling him on stage. So, Dave, thank you for everything you do. Appreciate this time this morning. I know you got the growth track and many other things going on your calendar today. So, thanks so much. Feel free to wrap it up. We appreciate you. I'm going to get everybody squared away and direct some traffic here for the next few minutes, and then we will be right on schedule to kick off the day at, goodness gracious, 7 o'clock Pacific. So thanks,
awesome.
Dave.
Thank you, Curtis. Thanks for all you're doing, man. You are you have been the glue holding all this together. I know you're definitely giving me a run for my money in the amount of hours worked. You're out there.
Having fun.
You're out there cranking. But like I said it yesterday, when you're having fun, you're not working.
Absolutely, man. Dream come true. It's a dream come true for me to be a part of this and help put it all together and to enjoy the benefits of it as well. So big compliments to all the team, to the staff, just our agent development team, guys, has done an amazing job. Our marketing team, our leadership team, takes a lot of teams. So very cool. All right, I'm gonna kick off first with a just kind of PSA. A little announcement for a specific audience group in this room. I know there's a lot of you already here getting ready for your track. I want to talk to our icon agents for a minute, real quick, directly to our icon agents, specifically those of you that are working on qualifying for your Shareholders stock award, right? Many of you might not know this, but hopefully you guys all aspire to become icon agents if you're in this room, right? And as an icon agent, you have to sell a lot of real estate, achieve high levels of production, and then you have to earn some of those stock awards additionally, right? And one of the ways you earn is by traveling to the big events every year, EXPCon and Shareholder Summit. And if this were live, we'd have hundreds of icons that had flown out to Orlando and were participating and collaborating, engaging, attending live events and all that stuff. Well, in this case, on short notice, we asked all of our icon agents who wanted to earn their shareholder award to jump into the virtual Shareholder Summit. And we didn't just ask to have you attend. Glenn Sanford, really relies on, I think, some of the icon agents as fuel for the brokerage, right? To power up the brokerage. You sell a lot of real estate, your leaders in the brokerage. And so you've been asked to participate in a very substantial way. So I know there are a lot of you here that are icon agents that are trying to participate, and it's part of earning your shareholder award, which we appreciate and recognize. And there's also a lot of logistics and details that the Icon program team is trying to sift through in very real time. So here's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do. Number one, don't freak out. If you're here and you're showing up, Verbella logs everything that happens. We've got records that you attended. We know that you showed up. We'll be able to log everything we need to log for the most part, just kind of from an attendance standpoint. Number two, I know a lot of our Icon agents, and Brett asked for the survey. I'm going to put it in the chat box right now. If you're an Icon agent, click that link, save it. Keep it open, bookmark it, copy it. There's your survey. You'll get it throughout the other classes too to show that you were here and all that, but just grab it. Number three, all of the information about what qualifies, what doesn't, what's coming in the next couple of weeks, all that good stuff, guys, is primarily in your workplace groups, in your workplace chats. I'd ask you to go back to them, make sure you feel comfortable with it all, and recognize that the Icon program team is probably fielding hundreds of emails and hundreds of chats over the next couple of days. If you guys are going to be teaching classes at the end of May or doing your Zoom panels or any of that stuff, as much as possible, take ownership, take leadership, and just get it done, knock it out, and then we'll sort through it to make sure you get credit and all of that kind of stuff. For the most part, the information's there, and we appreciate your collaboration. We want you guys to continue to enjoy the next couple of days, and we just want to say thank you so much for participating. I just wanted to give that sort of PSA to our Icon agents, guys. The Icon Track panel, if you haven't been there, is solid gold. Like the best of the best agents talking about the realest stuff going on in their business and helping you guys build and grow. So Track 2 is a favorite. Just fill it out as you go, Justin, here over the next couple of days, and then we'll get the data, and you have no rush. Just get it done before the end of Shareholders, and then we'll sift through the data next week. Cool? All right, so real quick, guys, in about 7 minutes, it's going to be officially time, maybe 6 minutes, to break into your tracks. If you're just getting here today for the first time, want to remind you that the breakouts are now broken into 5 tracks. We kick off together every morning, and then you break into your 5 tracks. So track 1 through 5, and you get there by going to the Shareholder Summit menu and then clicking on the track that you want to get to, right? So if you're an Icon agent getting here for your panel, you're in track 2. If you're looking for the Mastermind track, that's 1. Growth, agent attraction, that's track 3. And then we've got a sales and an expansion track. The other thing I wanted to share is please get used to completing surveys. You guys may or may not know, but the hosts and presenters and panelists, we're getting surveys and collecting data and feedback about those folks, right? The people that are up on stage were selected for a reason. We've asked them to participate. Many of them are active teachers, trainers, coaches, agents looking to give back and help and be a part of future trainings and future events. So the more you can share your feedback and your thought with us, please, through these surveys, the more we're prepared, for what's coming over the next 6 months. Again, the track names, just wanted to call these out for you, and hopefully by now you have a good feel for what they mean. If you're looking for track agendas, let me give you the link to the website where the whole agenda is for the next 2 days. I'm going to put it in the chat box here. It's called expshareholdersummit.com. That's the main website that governs the schedule. You can also get to that from the world. If you look at the top right-hand corner, there's a button that says Shareholder. Click on that and it'll open up that web page. Also in the go-to menu from
Looks like Curtis got yanked.
Just like that, he's gone.
That's right. Do something wrong around here, you get deleted. So Curtis was just saying in the go-to menu.
Funny.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
I totally poured it out. In the go-to menu, you can actually just click on the link and it'll open up the tracks. So you can have an agenda by track as well. If you just want to stick in the Mastermind track or the Icon track or the Growth track, or you want to see kind of what's coming up for the next couple of days, you can just click in that track. Yeah, I totally hit go-to and ported to another room, right? That was hilarious.
Curtis is still learning how to use the system. He's new here.
Absolutely. One of these days I'll get it figured out. The next thing I want to share is we are still streaming. We are still recording. So the YouTube channel is the go-to place, but we also have a couple of the other tracks being streamed in Workplace. So I'm going to give you guys 2 links in the chat. If you guys end up needing to leave the world and go get to the streams, there's the Workplace stream, and then there's the YouTube channel right below it. So videos are still sessions are still being streamed and then also recorded. So when you guys ask in a couple of weeks, hey, where's the recording? We'll have it ready to go. Just give us a couple of weeks to kind of sift through them edit them up. Expo Hall was yesterday. Other thing I want to share real quick, we're about 3 minutes away from dispersing. If you're here as a host or presenter or panelist and you're getting ready for your session and you're not sure where to go, there's a lot of like workplace chats and back channel, which is great. You guys can go to EXP Studios. It's also in the Shareholder Summit menu, and you guys can check your mic. We'll have staff, volunteers. We've got people in there. You guys can go prep for your session. If you need to collaborate with your panelist, whatever, it's like a team suite. You just click go to. It's open to anybody and everybody, and just go hang out in there. Go check it out. If you need some time away from the tracks and you need to just get ready, go to the EXP Studios. All right, so now it's time to break into our tracks. I'm going to call out sort of the kickoff of each one so everybody knows what they're choosing and kind of where to go next. Tell you what's going on here in about 3 minutes. So in this track, we're going to have what we're calling the Top Producer Mastermind. Now, while we don't have a hard and fast rule, Dave suggested the target GCI for a top producer is 150K and up. So if you're 150K and up GCI producer, stay here. You've got Veronica Figueroa and an all-star panel of amazing top agents, and they're going to be going for 90 minutes and a little bit longer if they choose to on top producer masterminding. So we're going to use that mastermind format, breakout sessions. If you're a top producer or you're real close to that cusp and you want to stay here, it's going to be a great mastermind session. In the icon track, we've got a panel kicking off talking about team building, do's and don'ts. If you have a team, want to have a team, thinking about having a team, that's a great track for you guys. In track 3, in the attraction track, we have Pat Hayes and Randy Donnell clicking off with how to build your revenue share the right way. If you're looking to get started building revenue share, you're trying to understand it, you need to know sort of the basics of it, that's going to be a great panel. Pat Hayes has built one of the greatest organizations, and he's done it all the right way. He's an amazing guy to learn from. Track 4, sales, is our pricing mastery. It's called Kill the Fear. Pricing Mastery is here, taught by Rebecca and Michael Straley. Yep, so many choices. The Straleys guys are our designation approved, like NAR designation approved instructors. And so that pricing mastery session, guys, is going to be unbelievably powerful right now. And then last but not least, how many of you guys have wondered what's going on in the UK and you're trying to maybe figure out what the opportunity looks like over there, what's happening internationally? You've got a cousin in the UK, you got an agent that you're trying to help over there. We're going to have Adam Day, our leader of expansion in the UK, giving you guys a progress update and talking through some stuff. So I know it's a lot of choices. This is what it was like yesterday, guys. We had like Ricky Caruth on one stage, and then we had Sean Kokoska and Hakavik on another stage. It was unbelievably powerful. So you guys have your choice. Track 1 through 5. Veronica Figueroa and folks will be here. If you're already here, Veronica and team, feel free to come on up. And I'll turn this thing over, get everybody situated, and we'll be ready to rock. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing amazing. Good to see you up here again. We've